Okay. It was within the 6th week of after our house kind of returned to normal and no visitors. Yeah. About 6 weeks. When Adam started acting, I've known him over 40 years, and he started acting kind of angry. Now, over 40 years, I've noticed that could have been the whole time, but especially recent years, that whenever he gets angry, at first I was like, what's going on with him? This is over time now, over days. Like, what's going on here, all of a sudden. And I was on my way to physical therapy, and I was making a video about it, and when I got there, I don't know if it was once I got there or when it was, it dawned on me, that's the way he acts when some member of his family is going to try to use him. I'm going to put it in my terms, not his. But yeah, they're going to try to find some way to use him. People who are hardly ever in his life, just like mine. Mine have never really been in my life for much time at all since I've been an adult, and I'm 61. I got married to Adam when I was 18. Okay. So, and we got the heck out of Dodge. We moved from there where we, in a part of Texas, and we moved to Austin, and then just kept moving. We were nomadic for like 20 or more years. He wasn't as much as I after a while, but he had been before he married me. So, say 20, 30 years, who knows? For both of us, just not always at the same time. But anyway, and I noticed he was acting peculiar, and angry. He was angry, but he didn't say anything to me about why he was angry. No. So, like I said, I noticed that he was acting peculiar. I think it was the next day or the day after, I don't know, that I started thinking, wait a minute, he only does that. Yeah, I think that's how it went. That he only does that whenever it has something to do with his family. And then I was thinking, which one of them would it be? And this time, the one that we finally got rid of, like not even 7 weeks ago at that time. It had only been 6. And, anyway, I've made plenty of videos about that stuff. So then I thought, which one would it be this time, Because that one's not going to return to this country ever. I doubt it. Ever. And she went back to her country. So, and I don't see any reason why any of them would come to this country, the ones who aren't already here, or would want to be around us all that much, because they haven't really been in our life at all. And my family the same, like I said. So, but then I thought about it. I said, oh, I know which one now. And I had no real reason to think that particular one. And just something dawned on me. These are things that you have those aha moments, or you just really, like, something dawned on you. Just you got a feeling. There was no real, like something told you it would be this way. There wasn't. But the next day, Adam informed me, and I've had enough of this stuff of them going and making decisions and not, communicate and have a discussion and a decision made between the two, or however many, people it is. No. It's not how they do things. Well, guess what? That is how I do things. So, why is it my view trumps it? My culture says, no, you don't just invite yourself over to my house. You know, family or not. You don't just invite yourself over. There's somebody who's not been in my life, you know. But then, like I said, the next day Adam told me, well, just giving you a heads up, my brother, his older brother, said he had to go work on his house in Florida. That brother lives in California. His older brother, I keep saying this, going to. And that he was in California, and that he decided, you know, it's the term, decided that he wanted to take a vacation, you know, once he finished getting the house all, you know, it was a rent house and all. The renters had moved out after 3 years, and he had they did a lot of problems with it, and he had to get all these different people, painters and electrician, whatever. Once that was done, he wanted to take a vacation in Texas, and before going back to California, and see all his family that's in Texas. There's, I don't know how many, 5, 6, I don't know altogether, really, you know, which ones he was going to see. Some of them don't live here, but some of them are here, visiting themselves, but it's in different places, all the way from North Texas to southern Texas. Okay. And he wanted to visit them all. Well, yeah. Now the first stop, like they seem to do, would be our house. Now, don't you think, you know, and I am being sarcastic, don't you think somebody needed to discuss this with me? Oh, but no. That's not how they do things. And it's not just with me, as I found out. Okay. Because the other people they're going to go visit, they haven't called them. Well, they finally called one of them last night, their younger brother. And, or yesterday, during the evening, I guess, right when he got off of work, and said, you know, we want to come in. Apparently, from what I gathered, they said, you know, whichever one spoke to him said, hey, we want to come and stop there, and, you know, because it's halfway between there and another one. And, you know, just told them what they wanted to do. Didn't ask if it was okay. Didn't talk it over with them. Just told them. And his brother said, sure, fine. If y'all want to do that, that's fine. Well, his brother apparently didn't ask his girlfriend. They lived together. Hello? You see what I'm saying? It's not just me. And I'm like, you know, this interrupts people's lives. You know, like mine and like hers. She works from home. I'm home all the time. I'm a homemaker. I might have plans, like today, physical therapy. Didn't get to go because we had this terrible, terrible storm. Yeah. And the wind is still in the wind out there is in the 50s. The wind gusts up to 50, but the sustained is 25 to 35, I think. Yeah, I looked it up. But yeah, and anyway, and they were just supposed to go there, but because of this, they were supposed to leave early this morning, but because of all this, they won't be able to go until tomorrow or the next day. But then they're going to go see another family member, you know, the next day. They even drive down there and visit. I don't know how many would be there. You know, one of them has a wife, and okay, so they're just gonna jump, you know, stop in. And I asked along the way. I got pretty tired of this. I usually say, "Not my circus, not my monkeys," but I hinted at Adam. You know, I said, "Well, do y'all gonna call?" He said, "Well, you heard me, what we said," and it was still. You're going to call and tell them, not ask them. You know, I'm trying to point it out. This involves other people besides just what you want and just what your brother, your older brother wants. And what your younger brother decides, oh, that's fine. There are other people involved. Their lives going to be interrupted. Disrupted. Oh my goodness. And like I said, the cousin they want to go see, one of the cousins they want to go see, has a wife and a child. And I don't know how the child would be now, probably teenager, I would think. Lives, this is the middle of the week, school weeks, all this stuff. Lives are going to be just thrown up in the air because the two of you are going to go visit. And then they want to see he said his aunt, depending on where you live. I know her. I've known her for many years. And she's the last elder in that generation. And that's alive. And they want to visit her. He told me at first, he said, she's 99 years old. And then later on he says, well, maybe she's in her 90s, but, but he wants to see her. They have been talking about that she's back here for a visit, and not here, way down south. Long drive away. So he wants to see her. He said, there's a whole long story behind all that. He would feel guilty if he didn't see her. Feel bad, But he didn't say all this at first. No, it took him having a temper tantrum. Like I said, when he gets angry because of a reason with them. And mine, I'm not stupid. To me, it's because there's going to be money involved. And they just assume they can use his money. They can use his house. They can just drop in on us whenever. They can just make decisions that their niece, that one's daughter, his sister's daughter, the one that left, it was not even 7 weeks at the time, was just going to come and stay with us and not talk to us about it until she had her ticket and she was going to be leaving. This kind of stuff. How dare you? What about my culture? And the one that I said that the girlfriend that lives with the younger brother, she's from a different culture. She's in a different ethnic group. There's 3 ethnic groups right there. And I can tell you, I doubt whether they are very, they're very much into family. Well, so am I. But you just don't decide what somebody's life is going to be like. And I was making videos about this, by the way, and I put it on a different channel during the while. And then I have one I didn't put on there, and that was when I had another one of those moments when it just dawned on me. So I think I'm going to put that on this channel, because I checked that other channel. I hardly ever use it, and I think the people who watched it for like a second or two, because I don't use that channel, so. Okay, actually, I haven't been using my channels right in a long while, and on a regular basis. It gets to where my phone has too many videos on it. I start throwing them up on whatever channel that I think that one might follow. But lately, I was making videos about this because of the whole thing of Adam being so angry. I mean, angry again. And not really telling me until the middle of the night last night when the storm, right before the storm hit. Yeah, he didn't tell me this stuff about money, but like I said, I'm not stupid. Anytime my family, I am not stupid at all. People who are not in your life, and they think that you're going to have, it's from a dysfunctional family, and they think that, they can somehow get money off of you. Yeah. Like I said, I am not stupid at all about this stuff. So, but we'll see how this all unfolds. Now, as for me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I have considered taking a vacation. We actually went yesterday, Adam and I, to look at this, to find this one hotel. and that I had wanted to stay in when his niece had come back after Adam had kicked her out. You know, after she had gotten kicked out of the university program, after she got kicked out of her apartment and out of her job. She came to stay with us. She was so much trouble. He kicked her out, went to the younger brother. She had to come back to pack her stuff and leave. You know that. I've said this so many times. But anyway, I was going to make this short, like as if it became short. But anyway, and I'm going to see, you know, that's the place we went and found. When we found it, didn't look like what it did, of course, in their on their website. That doesn't really work right. Red flags much? So, yeah. But we'll see what I'm going to do. I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.